All right, everybody, welcome back to H1 Airsoft. I'm Ioka Ehu here with Bailey Gibson. He's the one that runs MilSim Hawaii here in Hawaii over at the New Town and Country Stables. And just recently, a few weeks ago, we've wrapped up our 24-hour, first time in Hawaii, 24-hour game, overnight MilSim game. We had people coming in from the mainland, people coming in from the outer islands. We had, how many players did we have out there, Bailey?
I'd probably say about 107 or so, including that's everybody. Staff members, players, everybody.
Jeez, 107 players. It's like herding cats.
Yeah.
That was my experience over there. But thank you for coming on this first ever H1 Airsoft podcast. And of
course.
Yeah, what was your experience with the 24-hour game? Let's start with the good, and we'll go through and talk about what needs to be improved and stuff like that.
Sure. So just starting with the good. My favorite part of the whole event was afterwards getting all the text messages from everybody saying how much they really enjoyed it and how happy it made them. That's kind of the reason I do this whole thing, just to see you guys happy and having a good time. It's the main reason I'm doing it.
Did you really get that validation from all the players and everything after the fact?
Lots of validation, even immediate, not even text messages. Everybody's super grateful and just really kind. What else? The bad? Or we'll do some more good.
Yeah, more good.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much good, I guess. The whole event overall went a lot better than I thought. The nighttime, nobody got hurt. That was one of my big concerns, that somebody was going to get
injuries.
Yeah, somebody was going to get really hurt.
Yeah.
But we only had little minor falls. Oh, I hurt my ankle kind of thing. Nothing too serious. Both teams, I think, had a great time. They did their mission, or what they were told to do. Militia and Rust 4 attacked up the mountain multiple times, countless times, and NATO successfully defended it and pushed them off.
Yeah, now if you haven't been to the ranch yet, guys, out of New Town and Country Stables, you gotta go. It is one of the premier locations here in Hawaii to play airsoft. How many acres is it?
Both fields combined, when we played, it was about 60 or so, 70.
60 acres?
Yeah.
It's big enough that we have a map with grid coordinates and everything.
Large.
Yeah, and people can get lost if you don't know what you're doing, especially at night. It's big, and I think that's why I love it, because it's so big and you can do a lot, you can maneuver and stuff. And we were doing some of that at the MilSim Hawaii game overnight.
Yeah, it's not just your normal day game. You can actually do tactical maneuvers, outflanking people. It's possible there.
Yeah. What about your experience with people camping out there overnight for that event? Because that was the first time we'd ever actually slept over at the ranch and done something like that.
I mean, to my knowledge, everything from both sides went great when they were spending the night or sleeping. We kind of toned it down when it got really late into the morning, or early, whatever you want to say, and then we brought it back with a bunch of attacks when the sun came up, just to kind of keep everybody safe, because it is very dangerous. It's a mountain for everybody who hasn't been there.
Yeah, there's mountains, there's steep hillsides and stuff like that you can't actually fall and twist your ankle, hurt your knee, that kind of thing. So yeah, safety, being careful, that's definitely something to keep in mind when you're playing out there. It's not like, so we're over here recording today at Hawaii Extreme Paintball, Hawaii Extreme Sports Complex out in Kapolei. And one of the things you can do here is run around really easily and fast and quick. It's a lot of quick speed.
CQB.
CQ, close quarter battles kind of thing. But at the ranch, you kind of have to take it slow, not run so hard as much, as often, really watch your step and stuff like that. But I like both. It's good to have a different experience. So what would you say for people that come out to places like HAP, Hawaii Extreme Paintball Sports Complex, to come out to the ranch and try something larger, on a larger scale?
HEP, in my opinion, is definitely more of the speed soft, or they do a lot more paintball. My field is pure, in my opinion, it's pure MilSim. You need to have some sort of tactical knowledge if you want to, succeed in the mission at hand.
Yeah, it's not just show up and shoot the people that are on the other side of the field. It's a little bit more complicated. There's more thought that goes into it, more planning, and that's kind of what I like. I think it's cool. This is cool too, but coming out to HEP and just shooting within 5 minutes and just like game's done and then start over, switch sides kind of thing. And
that's another thing. My games are about an hour and a half, I'd say. 2 hours, even at the day games, we let them go.
Yeah, so I wanted to touch on that also with the MilSim Hawaii event, the 24-hour event, airsoft endurance. What has been your thought, and not your thoughts, but also your experiences watching the players grow over the last few months leading up to this 24-hour event?
I mean, when we first started playing, we only had about 30 people that showed up, 30, 40 people, and we'd play one game and everybody was gassed. But as we have gone the last few months, I've noticed that people are actually able to commit all the way to at least 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and play every single game, which is, in my opinion, pretty impressive to keep going up that mountain or just keep going through that thick jungle. It's pretty impressive, in my opinion.
But it's also like a logistical issue. Like, the players need to come prepared with proper amounts of ammunition, proper amounts of batteries, water, snacks,
Yep.
in a backpack to sometimes take with you into the field because you're not coming out for a couple hours.
Yeah, it's a lot more different than your just typical day game, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, and you walk, 20 feet to the staging area. It's not the same at our field or my field.
Has there been any gripes or anything with the 24-hour or any negatives or things that need to be improved upon?
I mean, the biggest negative, in my opinion, that I've heard is just it's a mountain, but I can't really flatten mountains for you guys to make it easier, I wish I could, but I think the biggest improvement that I can actually change is just making it more even on both sides, not just giving one person the objective or the advantage straight off the bat. I heard a lot of, not complaints, but just good criticism.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. That mountain is a devil to go up multiple times. But that's also, it's part of the fun. It's part of the experience. And I think for me personally, that was a big experience. Positive, negative, what have you. The experience is always going to be what I'm there for. And I think what a lot of players are there for. And we can only grow and make it better and better and better as we go. I think it was, for a first-time event, for you guys hosting it out there, dude, knocked it out of the park. I thought it was really, really good. I'm definitely going to come again. But as like any other player, we're always going to have, we could do this better. We could do that better.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of little critiques that I can't exactly change about the place as it is also agriculture used. There's livestock that come through it. But
can you clean up the cow poop before the games? No.
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
Guys, you're not doing that.
But yeah, some of the stuff we can definitely take into account and change and try to make it better for you guys and more fun the next time around. Bring more people in. Maybe next time we can hit over 200. That would be amazing.
Oh my God, 200 cats?
Yeah.
Herd?
200 MilSim players in one spot.
Let's touch a little bit about what makes the MilSim 24-hour event different from your day events, namely things like the uniforms and the dress and coming out in, I want to say costume, but in uniform.
Yeah, it is a costume at the end of the day. We all just run around in the woods and shoot each other with toy guns, playing in our pretty costumes, But MilSim and day games are different. I guess my MilSim is different from a day game because we're continuous. We don't stop for breaks, to go to the bathroom, to sleep, for anything. That whole 24 hours, you can be attacked at any given time. You need security always. You need to always have your iPro on, have your gun next to you, be ready to go at any given time to shoot NATO or shoot Russian guys. But uniforms, how we identify people, it's all in on my tax op. It can be found at MilSim Hawaii on my Instagram or Facebook in my link tree. But it's 20-something pages of very detailed do's and don'ts and what you can wear, what you can't wear kind of thing, FPS limits, just all my rules for the 24-hour games. But essentially how we tell each other apart is there's Russian militia forces. Russian forces obviously have to look like Russian units, so EMR, ATAX, FG, stuff like that. Militia forces, you can just show up in something like this. This is perfectly acceptable for militia.
Pink flamingo shirts.
Yeah.
No.
Pretty much anything is acceptable for militia besides multicam and really high-speed guns and high-speed gear. Try to just keep that at a minimum. And then for the good guys, depending what side you're on, NATO, you have to look like a NATO soldier. So multicam is the only camouflage you can wear unless you have a correct impression. Like myself, I can wear AMCU because I do a correct Australian impression. So if you wanted to show up in AOR2, the Navy camo, you'd have to have a SEAL kit or whatever the Navy wears. Same to Marine Corps, all those. You can wear whatever NATO camouflage you want as long as it's the correct kit to go along with it.
Yeah, it's like putting a lot more important what did I want to say? A lot more priority on the dress and how the players come and show up, what they're wearing.
We want to try to be as immersed as possible, not
Right.
just show up and we're here to shoot each other
Right.
in the woods.
So
we
it's
wanna be a
not
little more than that.
just airsoft. It
Yeah.
is MilSim using airsoft. is how
Correct. The only reason
how
it's
I view it.
airsoft is because we can't get sim rounds efficiently.
Right. Or paintball. You know, it's not
Yeah.
MilSim with paintball. It's
Yeah.
MilSim with airsoft. It's not an airsoft game. So people are coming out to these 24-hour events looking to just play airsoft, like another sleepover airsoft type game. That's not exactly what this is about.
You can sleep all you want at these games, but you might get shot in your sleeping bag.
And then just roll over and go back to
Yeah,
sleep.
and then you just roll over. Yeah.
All right. When do you have plans for the next game?
So my next day game is March. Yeah, March, right? Yeah, March 18th, which is this Saturday. That's the one that's scheduled, but we're kind of having some family things going on, personal family issues, so it could be a little rocky right now. But that's the next one planned. And then the next 24-hour, we're shooting for July 7th and 8th. Those aren't finalized dates, but that is the suspected dates.
Very nice. Yeah, definitely looking forward to that, having it during the summer. It's going to be hotter, but people aren't going to be, or, you know, kids aren't going to be in school and stuff like that. So the kids that are playing should be able to come out and make it. Yeah, it's a good time, man.
It's going to be a great time.
Let's, before we break, let's talk a little bit about HEP. You come out here. Is this the first time you come out here?
No, this is maybe my 4th time now.
What do you think about HEP?
I like it. It's definitely a big change for my field. I like just being able to run into buildings and shoot 6-7 people just point blank pretty much. That's my style of play. Direct action or DA is my style.
I also like, so this is my first time coming out to HEP. I like how it is being run.
Yes.
All of the workers here, they're all wearing jerseys, so you can tell them immediately who are the workers. You can tell them from far away, and they're all respectful and they're all on it. It seems they're all on it and they're all facilitating the pushing of the games to go along and move along quickly, which was something that at the other Kapolei field that closed down, we weren't really getting all the time. You know, here it seems like they're just more efficient with having games, 5-10 minutes, breaking, having another one, breaking.
Be ready,
having
let's
another
go,
one.
let's go. Yeah.
Yeah. So I really like how it's being run. It's really efficient. Definitely props to HEP and the people that work out here.
Seriously. Yeah. Uncle Levi, awesome.
Yeah.
If you're going to watch this.
I asked him to come on the podcast. He's like, no, man, I don't need to be on there. I was like, okay.
I don't know where he is.
But if you want to,
Yeah.
he's over there. But great time out here at HEP. It's not too hot. Airsofters here in Hawaii, if you haven't been out to HEP, come give it a shot one of these weekends. They're open Saturdays and Sundays.
Yep.
Yeah, almost every week.
Paintball
Every
and
weekend.
airsoft.
They have paintball and airsoft.
Yep.
Have you done paintball?
I've tried it one time and I'm not a big fan of it. I don't like to. It's on me right now and I'm not a big
Yeah,
fan
you
of
get
it.
paint all over your clothes. I grew up playing paintball from Kualoa Ranch out on back in the 90s, and
There
it
you
was
go.
just messy.
Yeah.
I always remember it was messy. Had a blast.
Stinks.
It was fun. But yeah, once I got into airsoft a few years ago, I just kind of never turned back and never went back to paintball. It was just no.
I like the realism in airsoft compared to paintball. That's why I do
Yeah,
airsoft.
I've been told the airsoft BBs go further.
Mm.
Effective range for the airsoft is further. I know we haven't really tested that out.
Yeah.
But
Something to test.
it's fun and it's clean. I don't like having paint all over my gun. all
Don't
over
have to
my
clean
sights.
myself up afterwards.
Yeah, all over my
Other than just
clothing.
sweat.
Yeah, it's not fun of a time when compared to airsoft. But hey, props out to the paintball guys. You guys are awesome. They're hosting us out here when that other airsoft place closed down. They opened up airsoft every weekend out here, so that's great. All right. Any last words for your fans out there?
Yeah, let me just give a huge shout out to all of our sponsors. ePower Sports, they gave away a bunch of guns, or gave me a bunch of guns and t-shirts to give away to you guys the last 24-hour event. So huge thank you to them. Power Edge, both of these guys are stores here in Hawaii, airsoft stores. Power Edge, they just shout me out, always getting people to come to me. Huge thank you to them as well. Apple Fritter Customs, he makes gear, custom gear, whatever you need, raid mod shirts. You can find him on Instagram. And Far East Tactical Group, or FET, they made the NATO Pacific Reaction Force patch and the Task Force Odessa patch that, I don't know if you have it on. No.
I'm wearing pink, but I know.
But yeah, those patches from my last MilSim they made that and just gave it to me for free. It's like $500 in patches. Just gave it to me. So, thank you to them.
You showed up with those patches. Those were awesome. They were high quality patches. The designs were great, and yeah, it's something to keep as memorabilia, but also just to wear and be proud of.
Yeah, I see it all the time when I come out to HEP or just other fields or my field in general. I see them all the time now.
Right on. All right, any last shout outs?
I'm good. Thank you for having me on here.
All right, yeah, man. Thank you for coming out. And as always, everybody, H1 Airsoft, I'm Iokehu, and Bailey Gibson from MilSim Hawaii. Check us out, h1airsoft.com. And as always, big mahalos to everybody.